Welcome back. This is DJ Badaskal on the Pioneer DDJ 1000, the series of questions we have been talking about. So again, I'll talk about the next question. Already we have talked about the review of 1000, how it has improved my DJ skill. Not so much from a perspective of what is there as hardware, but from a perspective of how it has really helped me. You can check that video. I'm gonna put the link up here on top or even at the bottom in my information section or description section. I have also talked about the part which is why did I choose Pioneer over Denon and over Roland, and I ditched Roland. I used to have a Roland 202 before that. I will also be talking about a comparison of this one with the DDJ 400. Again, I'll put the link to the video up on top or at the bottom. This one and the question for this particular video is about why didn't I choose a standalone mixer. Now it's interesting because I did go through a lot of thinking there. Pioneer RX2, DDJ-RX2 or XDJ-RX2 is almost the same price. In fact, a bit cheaper, like maybe about 50 or 100 US dollars, $50 cheaper. So why did I choose a controller over a standalone mixer? So let me just explain very simply what is, and I hope all of you guys know, I totally understand, you might know, but just to refresh, a standalone mixer is a mixer where you don't need a laptop. So you switch on the power, you put your USB pen drive, there's a little screen right at the center where you can see what's happening on both the decks, and you just, the USB drive has all the music that has been queued on your software, which is through your computer record box, and you simply start playing. So the good thing about it is, like what I used to think, and I went through that whole cycle in my mind, that if I have that machine and a USB pen drive is plugged in there, which I have with the music in it, it's amazing for practice. That still holds true. It is amazing for practice because every time I want to practice on this machine, I have to take my laptop, put it again, put the USB drive, open the software. So it at times gets like a friction. It is a roadblock to practice. But if you have a standalone machine, just switch on the power button and boom, you're ready to go. The decks load the song and you can play. So that thought kept lingering in my head for a long time. But then finally, when I looked around and I chose this machine, let me share with you what happened. Why did I choose? There was also another machine called DDJ-800, which is a 2-channel mixer. I think that is again slightly cheaper than this machine, about $200 or $250. I can be slightly wrong. I don't remember now, but I did go through that thinking process as well. So why did I choose this and not a standalone mixer? So when you look at this machine, it's very much a replica of XDJ-RX2. That was one reason why I chose this, because I thought at some point in time I'll be playing somewhere in a club or doing some gig, at least for myself, to make sure that I tell myself, yeah, I have come to that level where I can go and play on a proper professional system in a place that pays you, no matter, amount doesn't matter. So I turned pro. So that is why I chose, very similar to that machine. Also, it has 4 channels. So I really wanted 4 channels because I believe that if I'm investing so much money into this, this is going to last me 5 years. So I think 4 channels will really help you, not now, if you're a beginner DJ like me, but at some point in time as you become better. That's one big reason why I bought this. Now, why I bought this machine which has 4 channels. Against the standalone came with 2 channels, which is the RX2. I really wanted 4 channels. Number 2, the standalone is a much heavier machine. It's a bulkier machine. It's got a screen that you have to take care, so you need a much bigger case to carry it around. Hard to transport. Now in my case, most of the places that I'm going to be playing is either at my friends' parties or in a small bar. Usually these guys don't have their setup. I'm going to be carrying my own setup. Compared to an RX2, this is a much easier setup to carry. Although I have to carry my laptop with me, which is alright, because since I'm carrying a bag on my backpack, I can carry this. It's not as easy to carry this machine as the DDJ 400, but it's relatively much easier to carry this machine than the RX. Now again, when you walk with this system, your walk is going to be limited from your house to your car park, and then from the car park to the place where you're playing. That's not a lot. I would assume like 500 meters at max if you park your car pretty far, or you can drop off the stuff and then come back. So maybe a 200-300 meters walk, so pretty okay to carry around. And this one has all the outputs, which even RX2 has, which is the balanced output, booth output, double headphone output, all those things are there. So for me, I felt like the 4-channel at this price is good. The features are definitely higher than the RX2 in this machine. Mobility, 4 channels, fader, full-size jog wheels like a CDJ 2000 NSX2, same mixer that comes with that setup. So I felt it's a great training ground for me to migrate to a much bigger system, or if I ever go and play in a club. These are the broad reasons why I bought this. Even if you also buy a standalone machine, you will still be using a laptop to cue your songs, to prepare your songs. And since you have a laptop, you might do it. Now, once I bought it, I had a chat with one of the DJs and he told me an interesting thing, which is why people prefer a standalone machine over a controller. And it's a very, very interesting reason. Sometimes when you go out and you're playing in a party with your friends, or you're just playing in a restaurant or a bar or a pub, a lot of the audience will come to you with drinks in their hand. And when they come to you with drinks in their hand and your laptop is there, there's a huge chance of them spilling over their drink when they're so drunk and trying to do cheers with you, or trying to say hi, or just trying to give you a compliment, or trying to talk to you, making a request. And when they spill over that thing, your machine is vulnerable to it, so is your laptop. So this DJ that I met was telling me that he has about 5 laptops that have been spoiled because he was playing in a club and somebody came and spilled over the drinks. Now when the drinks are spilled, there is a huge chance of this machine and the laptop both getting spoiled. So when you use a standalone, the chances are only for one thing to get spoiled. The laptop is still there. So that is an interesting reason. In my case, I think to negate that, maybe I will buy a little bit a stand for the laptop which is slightly bigger and on the right hand side or something, or maybe a monitor. I don't know. I haven't really gone playing in a bar where this has happened to me so far. So far, wherever I have played, people have been a little sensible, and I'm hoping that continues and they don't spoil my hardware if I take my hardware. But yeah, that is a point to consider if you are thinking about it. So that sums up why I chose the DDJ 1000 over a standalone mixer like an RX2. But if you have further question, do put it in the comment section and I will again try to answer that as a video, and we will take it up from there. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to do all the good things, like, comment, share and subscribe the channel. It gives me a lot of support and it gives me the power to keep going and keep sharing things with you that I feel. This is DJ Badaskal and I'll see you in the next video in the next question.